Are you feeling the sting of those high energy bills? Yeah, you are not alone. But what if I told you that you could start cutting those costs like today and without a big budget or having to change your entire life? Well, we're about to dive into 8 surprisingly simple ways to take back control of your energy spending. Seriously, does that monthly bill just make you wince? I totally get it. It is a frustration that so many of us are feeling right now. But here's the thing. The power to change that number is way more in your hands than you might realize. So let's tackle this together. You want to know the secret, the biggest savings? They often come from the smallest changes. This isn't about expensive, massive overhauls. It's really just about spotting the easy wins in our daily routines. The ones that are hiding in plain sight. Okay, so first up, we're going on a hunt. We are looking for all the invisible ways our homes are quietly wasting energy and money. And we're going to start with those pesky little drafts. Think of your home kind of like a boat, right? Even the smallest, tiniest leaks can cause big problems over time. We're going to find those leaks, but instead of water, we're losing precious and very expensive heat. So where are these little energy leaks hiding? Well, check the obvious places first. Go feel for that cool air around your doors and windows. Yeah, even around the keyhole. And hey, don't forget to look down. Those little gaps in your floorboards can let a shocking amount of cold air in and warm air out.
So, what's the payoff for sealing up those tiny gaps? I know it seems like a small fix, but believe me, it really adds up. We're talking about a potential saving of around £45 a year. I mean, that's a nice dinner out, just for stopping a bit of cold air.
And look, this isn't just a guess. Heating expert Just Steele actually confirms it, quoting the Energy Saving Trust. It just goes to show you how simple, really low-cost solutions like a little brush strip or a door snake can make a real, measurable difference to your bills. All right, our next invisible culprit is, well, it's a little bit spooky. It's called vampire power, and it's the energy that your appliances are sucking up even when you think they're turned off. They're just sitting there on standby, waiting and wasting your money. So who are the main offenders? Oh yeah, your TV, your gaming console, and yep, even those phone chargers you just leave plugged in all the time. They're all constantly drawing power. The fix here is so simple. Just get into the habit of switching them off at the wall. An extension lead with a built-in switch makes this incredibly easy. Okay, now let's look at some simple changes to your daily routine. These are really low-effort habits that can have a surprisingly big impact on your final bill. Here's a little challenge for you. Turn your thermostat down by just 1 degree. Honestly, you probably won't even feel the difference, especially if you're already wearing a jumper. But that one tiny adjustment, it can lead to some pretty significant savings over the winter. And if you have a smart thermostat, you can even automate it for when you're out of the house or asleep. Easy peasy. The washing machine, it is one of the hungriest appliances in your entire home. But you can tame it. Modern detergents are fantastic these days, and they work perfectly well in cooler water. So just ditch the hot washes and always, always wait for a full load. And whenever you can, let nature do the work by air drying your clothes instead of using that energy-guzzling tumble dryer. Okay, get ready for a really clever, low-tech hack. Your grandparents might have known about this one. It sounds a little strange, I'll admit, but it is incredibly effective and costs, well, next to nothing. It's as simple. You take a piece of regular kitchen tinfoil and you tape it to the wall behind your radiator, shiny side out. So instead of letting all that precious heat get absorbed into the wall, the foil reflects it straight back into the room where you actually want it. It's just a brilliant, simple piece of physics. And as home improvement expert Andrew Hayden points out, it works just as well as that special reflector foil you can buy, but it costs a fraction of the price. Come on, you've already got the materials in your kitchen drawer. Next up, let's talk about some small upgrades. These are kind of one-time actions that will just keep paying you back with savings for years to come. Okay, so if your bulbs are compatible, installing dimmer switches is a fantastic way to get more control over both your energy use and the atmosphere in your room. It's a pretty simple upgrade that has a double benefit. Lighting expert Julia Barnes explains it perfectly. When you dim an LED bulb, you're not just making the light softer, you're genuinely using less electricity. And here's the bonus. Putting less strain on the bulb means it will last much, much longer. So it's a total win-win. You really can't fix a problem until you can see it clearly, right? Well, the exact same thing goes for your energy bill. To make the smartest cuts, you first have to understand exactly where your energy is going. And this right here is why a smart meter is such a powerful tool. It shows you in real time how much energy you're using. You can literally watch the meter spike when the kettle goes on or when the kids fire up the game console. This knowledge helps you spot those wasteful habits and, over time, helps you choose the absolute best energy plan for your specific needs.
Okay, we have covered a lot of ground, so let's pull it all together into a simple action plan you can start using, well, right now.
So here's your toolkit. First, be a detective. Hunt down those drafts and unplug the energy vampires. Next, adjust your daily habits. Just turn down the heat a little and wash your clothes smarter. Then, make those small upgrades, like dimmer switches. And finally, use a smart meter to stay informed and stay in control. See? Saving energy doesn't have to be complicated. By focusing on these simple, practical adjustments, you can make a real dent in your bills without sacrificing comfort. So the only question left is, which one of these simple hacks are you going to try first?